So this is the other music news video that I have for you. I don't know which one I'm going to release first, but I will release the other one. If you haven't checked out my other news video, please do so. I just want to point out, if someone does pass away and you happen to want to celebrate, or perhaps maybe even joke about someone's death, can we please let it be this man? Because continuing with good news, Ian Watkins is dead. Who is Ian Watkins, you say? Well, that's about it for me today. So I'm going to go ahead and call it there. Born to lose, live to win. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later. All right. I'll tell you who he is. Honestly, I also just kind of did that for the stupid people to leave. But in all seriousness, I am going to try and be a messenger here, and I am going to try my best to not crack too many jokes and celebrate from here on out.
You serious?
So I'm going to try and do that off camera. But based on everything that this man did, I want to say any animosity is kind of warranted. So I'm not going to give like a big, super in-depth story here. I'm going to try and just keep this diminished and summarized. But if you do want me to do a video on like the most evil people in music, do let me know down in the comments and maybe I'll consider it. Ian Watkins is quite possibly the most evil individual that I could think of. Ian Watkins, he was the vocalist to Lost Prophets, an emo band. At one point, I think journalists was saying how Ian Watkins is a good person, he's very approachable, he's a nice guy, and that could only age like fine milk. There is video of Ian Watkins being a little bit of a Mr. Rogers, and I think even at one point he even dressed up as Santa and pulled a Joe Biden. So, a little bit of foreshadowing. And Ian Watkins would have a run-in with the police multiple times over, typically with various different, shall we say, substances.
We made her take meth and heroin
of the recreational kind. And with one of these run-ins with the law, I do believe there was one particular moment to where he actually had everyone suspected it was maybe a fan, and she was saying that Ian was getting a little weird with her. So there was some accusations being thrown about. His interactions with the law would at one point even warrant a raid on his home, to which they would open up Pandora's box and find a treasure trove of various different CP, with a bunch of images and video, some of which actually involve him. And it gets even more disgusting when you hear about, if you think it was teenagers, you would be wrong. And if you thought it was preschoolers, let's just say that Ian Watkins makes Gary Glitter look like a saint. And yes, Gary Glitter is also another scumbag, but that's a whole nother story. Because some of these videos would actually have infant kids, straight up newborns, and that's where it gets really disgusting. And so he would eventually go to prison, and I believe he was set to be paroled in, I believe, 2032, 2031. And apparently the correctional facility that he was staying at did a way better job than the justice system.
Rashid Goodell, who's 25, and Samuel Dodsworth, 43 years old, are both serving time at HMP Wakefield in West Yorkshire. They are due to appear at Leeds Magistrates Court today, accused of murder. Watkins was reportedly slashed in the neck by a fellow lag at the prison on the 11th of October.
The one time they actually did something right. I know I said I wasn't going to joke about it, but it's very, very hard not to. And before getting his throat slit in prison and succumb to his injuries, at one point while being imprisoned, he would even find a way to groom a 2-year-old. Like, honestly, this guy's a menace to society. Like, honestly, this guy's an actual hazard to society. So that's pretty much it. So I know I said I was gonna try my best to be a messenger and not crack too many jokes, but what can I say? The guy deserves it. Seriously, good riddance.
Worse and worse, and then he would start telling me things about he wanted to get me pregnant so that he could rape our daughter.